Prepare to be astounded, bedazzled, and otherwise stupefied.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm saying that I feel like Spawn has the upper hand in this one is just because he just seems like he's a little bit more combat tested than Ghost Rider is, you know, like I just feel like in fisticuffs Spawn would beat his ass, and if it came down to like them using their powers on each other, Spawn has a little bit more going for him when it comes to, you know, dismantling motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would definitely be a good fight though.
It would probably be Spawn. I would probably concede that, but I do think that is a pretty good matchup.
Oh yeah, that would be a good. It's hellfire coming everywhere, bro. Like chains and shit. You know that would be a good ass fight.
So, welcome to Shitbox of Theseus episode 3. Yeah, we're on our 3rd episode. Today we're going to cover Spawn, from the comics to the movie to the animated show. So, join me as our guest, Mr. Smith 0083. How you doing, bud?
Good. Glad to be here today with you fine gentlemen.
Been watching Spawn lately?
Yeah. I just did a little refresher course last night just to buff up on, scenes and such.
So, all right, just to get it out of the way, like, where would you rate it on your good scale from 1 to 10?
It's a little hard because that is a very enjoyable moment from my childhood, which I probably had no business watching the movie anyway. It's my pure enjoyability, probably a 6 or 7.
That's
I
pretty
would
fair.
rate it somewhere in there. Maybe like a 6.5, 6.7.
Absolutely. That's more or less where I'd put it too. I mean, like as a film, it's probably like a 4, but like on my enjoyment, yeah, like maybe even an 8 or 9. Like it's goofy as hell. And with me is our co-host Myfightmoney. What is up, bud?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Same shit, different
Happy to
toilet.
be here.
What games you been playing,
Thanks
bro?
for having me on. Shit, I have been. What is it that I have been playing lately? I just got a new Switch, so the Pokemon Arceus has been taking up a little bit of my time because it's my first time being able to get my hands on it. I've been playing that and Dying Light 2. Yeah, and those are 2 things that's been taking up a large chunk of my time lately.
Dying Light 2, that's that parkour zombie one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I watched some gameplay of it. It looks fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Very repetitive, but pretty fun.
Well, all right. So what would you give Spawn on any kind of scale from 1 to 10?
On my scale, let me think. Because like y'all said, it does hold a special place in my heart because of, the childhood aspect of it. I always liked Michael Jai White and wanted to be just like his ass. I got into martial arts and shit like that. And he was actually the first black superhero to be portrayed on film. And I thought that was pretty dope. So personally, I probably give it like enjoyment wise, like maybe like an 8, definitely. And I can always go back and watch it and enjoy it. But as I've gotten older, I've noticed how like cornbally it is. It's very Cornish like the graphics or like the CGI or whatever the hell you want to call it that they use in this shit just looks questionable. His suit looks like I'm pretty sure we said this before. He just looks like burnt sausage. He looks like a Parker House burnt sausage, like, and they just show that and lean on that throughout the entire movie. He sounds like he's gobbled up a whole bunch of cigarettes, like he ate them, not smoked them.
But you know, like,
Which I would have liked to see the original direction, because Michael John White did explain originally it was a more character driven and a little bit more serious film, but then they took away a little bit of the creative aspect from Todd McFarlane and handed it to the director Mark A.Z. Dippe, and he kind of started adding in the comedy and such like that, and making it a more faster paced movie.
it's definitely campy.
It just like progresses really weird. Like I know we talked about this before. Sus, it was like the part where he gets blown up in the factory, and like how that whole scene just doesn't make any sense.
Oh, it's so
Like,
dumb.
he swings in, beats one guard down. You know, like in a display of martial arts, he backs up and does a whole like wah thing to him.
Of course.
Beats his ass, goes in, sees two guards down on the floor, and is like, "What's going on here?" And goes inside. Like, you're a trained soldier. What? A trained assassin, one of the best, apparently.
I feel like that
Al
scene
Simmons,
that scene was only filmed in like 1 or 2 days.
bro, I'm telling you, they were not there. Like it was like, look, we cannot be in this factory out here for too long. We've put all our budget on the sausage suit.
And then yeah, that scene too, when it's blowing up, you got Jason Wynn played by Martin Sheen,
Oh my God, he played the
and
shit out of
then
that role too.
yes, he did, and then Jessica Priest played by Melinda Clark. It looked like they just went around the corner and it blew the place up.
Hell yeah. I'm like, yo, y'all just released a big ass virus, right? Like they were there to blow that place up to release a virus which made Heat 16, right? That's how they end up getting the shit that they were gonna use in the movie to destroy the world. Like, what the hell?
Which,
So y'all
granted,
just walked around the corner and blew it up. Like, yeah, we got on gas masks. We'll be okay.
Okay, but you guys are forgetting like the greatest part is when after Al is betrayed by Martin Sheen and the priest girl fucking has the Modern Warfare 2 attachment of goo.
Yes, bro. Yes. Where did
oh
she
my
get that
gosh,
from? I've never
the
seen
goo
that
thrower
attachment before in my life.
That
just
looks like
yeah, here's some
that's some
some
Nickelodeon
fuel.
shit
It
right
looked like-
there.
yeah. And another scene also in the beginning when Al Simmons, Michael Jai White, he goes ahead, does his mission, kills blows up them people, and he sets a self-destruct for 10 seconds, and he like looks back and then just like slowly walks away. Like, dude, you may have made it down like 3 or 4 stairs.
Right, and then the entire top of the building blows the fuck up. Like, it's not even like a level of it. No, the entire top of the building blew up. They like, oh, clearly whoever just shot those missiles was up there.
How extra do you have to be to bring a fucking guided missile to just take out one person? Like,
bro, they lied
And
to
not
him,
even
too.
just
I'm
like
how you
guided
not know?
missile.
I'm like, how you not know all them people in there?
That missile was still awesome though. I mean, it
Yeah, it
shoots
was.
out, disperses into the 3, and then the dude, the security guy I can't remember the person he's supposed to be protecting, he starts to like push him out the way and then grabs his pistol. Like, what are you gonna
Right,
do?
I'm gonna shoot him out there. I got you. I'm Max Payne. I got bullet time, dude.
oh my god, did Spawn do bullet time before Max Payne? Confirmed.
Oh my goodness, bro! And then the whole goggle set he put on and everything. I'm like, that's a real intricate piece of technology you got there. You couldn't
Oh,
just
dude.
like.
I geeked out so hard over that as a kid.
I'm like, he pulled it in with the whole big ass controller and shit. I'm like, damn. I think one of the funniest scenes in it to me, I know y'all might be like, what, hearing this? But it's two of them actually. One is when he like first gets his suit and he's like pissed off in the alley because like the clown told him like, I don't remember what he told him, but he just was mad and he punched the fucking garbage can. I'm like, what did that garbage can do to you, bro? Like, he punched the fuck out of the garbage can. I'm like, you just mad? He like, ah! Kick, punch. I'm like, damn, bro, you just that was my apartment that you just punched a hole into.
I did appreciate that scene too, though, because it did show like his newfound strength.
Yeah. I'm like,
But now that
damn,
you
he's
put it in
strong
those
as hell.
terms,
Yeah, but
that's
I'm
my
just
apartment.
like, bro, yeah, like just imagine you being around the corner, like where the bums is at. Like, dude, Spawn was giving the bums a hard ass time in the animation and in the movie, bro. Like, especially in the animation, bro. He was fucking their asses up in the rat alley area. I'm like, god damn.
Yeah, I remember the episode where the dude's shooting it up and like he's there watching it and like does nothing. So like,
Yeah, he's just watching them do it. Like
he just
what's the fuck going on? You
like,
making me want to go back and watch that shit again, bro.
I remember
You
watching
right.
it like, dude, Spawn, you're a dick. Like,
Right, yeah, he just, man, I don't give a fuck.
one dude is like, Al, help us, and like he's just like, oh, I don't know if I should. I'm really dark and dirty, and like it's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
This ain't my fight, bro. He was just like, it took him a lot to do something. I'm like, bro, you the protector of this place now. Get off that. Yeah, being an adult now though, like, yeah, and watching it again, I'd be like, oh my goodness, this is what passed for A movies back in the day. Goodness gracious, I'm grateful of the Marilyn Manson, music and shit like that, and the cool ass intro. It looks crazy.
There actually was, I cannot remember. It's Ice something or whatever, some band.
Ice baby.
They, I guess, I can't remember, some band, they actually made like an album, like dedicated, like kind of like telling the story of Spawn.
Oh no shit.
But they turned it down to be on the soundtrack because I don't know, they just weren't feeling the movie or the direction it was going or something.
Yeah, it do seem kind of like random how they put the music and everything together for the movie. Like the intro just looks like, somebody using a flamethrower on reverse or some shit.
Yeah, it was kind of a mess because originally it was green lighted for 20 million, and then after like at some point in production, New Line Cinema was like, "Oh, we like this. We like what you guys are doing or whatever," and they gave him another 20 million for like CGI and effects because M.a.aDScientist was originally supposed to be a puppet. They were going to use a puppet, and then they switched it to the CGI.
Okay,
And
well,
the
like
CGI just looks like he's just like pissed off the entire time.
now, I will give you guys a comparison of why they probably should have done a puppet, especially if they had, the studios give them more money. You guys seen Mortal Kombat 95?
Yes.
One of the best
I was
things.
just thinking about that.
One of the best things and most expensive things about that movie is the Goro, because it's part puppet
Goro,
and
yeah.
animatronics and stuff. And like, to tell you the truth, I watched it recently, and it's goofy as fuck, and there's some shots that don't look good but for the most part, especially that scene with back and forth with Kano, like the puppet, the animatronics, it looked good. It's probably
That's
the best thing about
shit.
it.
Yeah, that's one of the best scenes in the movie, bro. He was like, he was talking shit to Kano ass, bro. Kano was telling him like, yeah, I'm important back home. He like, oh yeah, good, so good. They got your bitch ass back home. I'm like, damn. You ain't gonna talk to Goro like that.
And since you mentioned
drink over and shit, like, yeah.
since you mentioned Mortal Kombat, Michael Jai White actually turned down playing jazz
I heard
in
that
the
too. Yup.
'97 Annihilation to
Mm-hmm.
do Spawn, which that was, I would say, a smart move.
I was gonna
And
say, but
Spawn is, it has its problems, yeah,
But
but
it's
it's
more
still an
iconic.
iconic
It's
movie.
more, yeah, it's more iconic than Annihilation.
And like how you had brought up too, that's the first black comic book hero, portrayed in
Yup.
cinema. So he always has that title.
Yeah, definitely. Deservingly so too, because I like Michael J. White. He's a good
I think
action
he
like.
I think he definitely
It's
got better at acting later on. Because
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie, like, all right, and this is gonna sound this is a controversial take here, but I think he emotes more with the bacon face than he does like just as Michael J. White in the beginning.
Yeah, he
I don't
definitely
know.
he definitely learned how to act better. I just like the thing that drew me to him was how good his fight choreography was
Oh yeah, it was
compared
great.
to a lot of other people. Because it was a lot more crisp, and I could tell that he was like actually a martial artist. Because I think it was Universal Soldier was the movie he was in with John Claude Van Damme.
Oh, I seen that
If I
once when I
remember
was a kid. I
correctly.
don't remember it, but
Yeah, he was that fight scene that him and John Claude Van Damme had was like I think one of the first times I had saw him in a movie. I was like, oh, okay, you know, I wanted to be like him. I'm like, I kind of look like dude. I might be able to pull it off.
Yeah, he definitely did have that advantage of being an actual martial artist to
Yeah, he
give
was cut
more
too.
life
Like,
to those scenes.
yeah, he was in really good shape. That's why I think he pulled off Al Simmons pretty decently, like body shape wise, not attitude or like persona wise. Like if I could take Keith David and shove him into Michael J. White's body, like then you'd be like, bam, there you go. You know what I mean?
Mm. I see where you're getting at. Yeah, because I mean he has the look down.
Yeah, he
I mean
definitely
that's
got the
that's
look.
if there was an Al Simmons in real life, boom, Michael J.
Yeah,
White.
he still
definitely.
does.
Yeah, he still do. Yeah.
It's coming up
Now,
on a
yeah.
20-year-old movie in a few years, and I think I saw him.
How do y'all feel about Jamie Foxx doing this next one?
Jamie Foxx. I mean,
I feel pretty confident. I
yeah.
mean,
Well, he's a good
he,
actor.
he's getting up there a little bit in age, ain't he? But I still feel like with his attitude and and he's like Dr. Seth said, he's a great actor. I feel he can pull this off if they can ever get the script figured out, which that's been in limbo for, gosh, what was originally announced for like 2018 release, or they were working on it,
Well, yeah, and
something like that.
I remember they said something about it a while ago. My only like concerns about it personally is like y'all said, I love Jamie Foxx. Like, he's a really good ass actor. I just like the caliber of movies that I've seen him in, and like I don't know. I just it's gonna be hard for me to like. I'm hoping that it's gonna be good, but it's just gonna be really hard for me to like see him pull off Al Simmons
right.
/ Spawn correctly. Like
I
I think
think
he might be able to pull off Spawn okay.
I think if they were gonna do another Spawn and it was Michael J. White, I think I would be more excited for that than Jamie Foxx. But even if they do
Me
the
too.
Jamie Foxx one, yeah, I'm good
I'm
for just
excited for it.
see
Yeah,
a new
just
Spawn.
just do it right.
Hopefully, it
Yeah,
doesn't suck. Hopefully, it's
yeah.
not PG-13, which they're
And
doing
Yeah,
to
speaking of which,
Blade.
Blade. Oh my god. Oh my god. That we both thought about that at the same time. Them
I
doing
I
that.
found that out
Uh,
last night actually. So it was originally released PG-13, but I guess the home video version had the R rating it was originally meant for. I didn't look too into it, but the little bit I did see, people said it was virtually the same movie. But I've never seen the R-rated one.
for wait, which movie? Spawn?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I'm sure there is a censored cut.
It released in theater, right?
Yes, and that was
I'm
part of the
wondering,
deal.
did I go see that? And I'm trying to think. I think I'm more than likely did.
That New Line Cinema had for even greenlighting it. They're like, all right, here's 20 million to make this movie, keep it PG-13. And then somewhere along the line, with more budget and actually liking it, it came up that there is, I supposedly from a little bit I had read, there's R-rated cut of it.
Well, yeah, and there's probably significant hype for this movie. You know, the Spawn comic books and the because I think it's. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on this. Like one of the most successful independent comic books of all time. At least, like Spawn is the most recognized independent character.
Yeah, man, Spawn is everywhere, bro. If you really think about it, his collectible action figures, man, them motherfuckers go for a decent amount of money.
Yeah. Oh, the Todd McFarlane.
I had
Like, yeah,
actually,
dude. He did like a George Lucas and like got toy deals and all that stuff and made his own companies and smart dude.
That's honestly how I found out about all of the other different versions of Spawn. Cause I never had a chance to look at the comics as a kid. The only reference that I had was the movies at first, was the movie at first, and then I found out about the animated series with Keith David. He's the original, you know. And that shit came out in 1992, the same year I was born. So I was like, damn, this he does span across a lot of different things, like you said. So
Yeah. I love Keith David's voice. Like it's so fucking it's up there.
it's on point. He'd be like, you think you're gonna come around here and mess with me? I'm like, hey man, that's definitely Keith right there. I know that voice.
Oh, the part in Halo 2 or no, Halo 3 is just like were it so easy. Like when Chief has the gun up to his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that shit was dope. I got introduced to Keith David with The Thing. I watched The Thing at a young age, and it's still one of my favorite movies. And I thought he was a fucking him and Kurt Russell were the shit.
He's also in Modern Warfare too.
Modern Warfare 2.
I think the first one, Modern Warfare, yeah.
Uh, dude, it's been years since I played that. I'm not. I don't remember particularly remember the stories for Modern Warfare
He's
One.
one of the he's one of the squad leaders. He's like teaching you how to shoot down your sights and shit.
Oh yeah,
He's
now
like,
I
I'm playing.
remember. Was that
Yeah.
Keith David?
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
That's
That
fucking
was
dope.
him.
He's in. Yeah, he is in
He
everything.
everywhere, bro. Yeah, bro. He everywhere. He is a national treasure.
And you know who else you'll see in like voice acting credits a lot is like Ron Perlman too.
Yes, Ron Perlman be in a lot of stuff. Man, it took me a while to realize who the voice of Mr. Krabs is. I forgot his name.
no,
Yeah, bro. What is his name?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
looking it up.
he's that yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Clancy Brown, yeah.
Clancy Brown.
Mr. Clancy Brown, yes, sir. He is in a lot of stuff. Like, you want to know how I found out that that was Mr. Krabs' voice?
How?
I was playing Detroit Become Human because he's in there as a character. And there was a scene when he was drunk as fuck on the ground, and you help him get up off the ground. He goes, "Hey!" He sounds just like Mr. Krabs when he does. I'm like, "Is that Mr. Krabs?" And it was. I'm like,
That's
Mr.
awesome.
Krabs. I like money.
and speaking of money and how we were on the topic of Todd McFarlane's amazing toy lines,
Oh man.
this film we're discussing almost didn't even happen. Columbia Pictures was gonna pick it up, but it didn't work through. And then Todd McFarlane sold the rights to New Line Cinema for $1 in
Damn.
exchange for creative input and merchandising rights.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which I mean, from the merchandising rights, he definitely made everything back and more. I mean, the series is still going.
Oh
Um,
yeah, definitely
I
to this
actually
day.
just picked up. What was it? Maybe last year, a few months ago. I think it was over the summer. Can't quite remember what it
I
was.
know. I wonder, did he make anything off video game sales when they were coming out too?
I would uh, I would imagine so,
Yeah,
but
because
maybe not because that's a video. That's a separate deal than
He
from what he made.
yeah, he probably licensed out the rights to a publisher, and that publisher gave it to a studio, and the studio did it. So like, it like basically, but it just through different channels. But Todd McFarlane's a fucking genius. Like he did like the George Lucas route and like get the merchandising and toy rights and stuff and make a fucking profit. And like, all right, a Spawn video game like in like kind of like the that PS4, PS5 Spider-Man and stuff, like an open world, and you can use the cape to get around, flying and stuff, and you can wear
Oh, dude.
chains. Like it's there. It's just waiting for someone to make it. I know.
that
And
would
I'm
be
sure
like
a
it,
amazing.
lot of people would like that, like a darker version. Not because Spider-Man, of course, it's not going to be too violent, too crazy. It's for everyone, but it's for kids. It's something to
it,
enjoy. Spawn, it's just like it's not supposed to be for kids.
yeah, it's like Spider-Man, but you're in the Doom universe.
It's Spider-Man with
Yeah,
metal
that's
music
a
on
good
in the
combo.
background.
Yeah,
And oh,
that's a
dude, that
good
would be
combo.
so sick. Like in that scene when Spawn crashes the party to go kill Jason Wynn, and then he's like out there on like the building, and then the cape comes out, and then just camouflages him to make him look like part of the building. That'd be such a sick feature to be able to do.
Yeah, but in the movie, it's goofy because it's just like I didn't know I could do that. Like,
Right. I remember we was talking about that. I'm like, he just used it for like 2 seconds and was like, oh shit. All right, yeah, let me get up out. I'm like, what was that?
And why didn't he just break a window and go into the building?
He was just tweaking the entire time he was on the side of that building. He was like, oh, I could do this. I could do this too. Let me try this out. All right. Hell yeah. Climb up the wall with his octopus hands. I'm like, okay. Then he falls off and flies away. I'm like, great. Great.
Oh, I do love that scene. That
Yeah,
that
that,
was that
that
was
fly
nice.
off scene was
Seeing
nice.
him fly. Yeah, that was beautiful.
And then being on top of that iconic pose on top of the church with the
Ooh.
cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, bro, and man, look, one thing I love definitely about the movie is the Violators actor John Leguizamo.
Leguizamo,
Am I
yeah.
saying it right? Yeah, yeah. He played an excellent role as Violator. He actually ate live maggots, bro.
What a
Those
fucking
maggots on that pizza were real.
Uh,
what a
wax worms.
madman.
That's what they use.
No, them. Oh yeah, well, like, like those were real. He like
Yeah,
put
yeah.
them. Yeah, he put them on
Real
there,
wax
and
worms.
yeah, them were disgusting.
That's
Ugh.
fucking gross. I mean, but
He was like, I'm doing this shit one time and one time only.
And they had improvised too in the scene when he's coming out as the Violator,
Yeah,
and he said, I can't remember the name of them all,
I'm
but the
not the
last one,
vindicator or the dictator or something like
or the
that. Yeah, or
vibrator.
the mind vapor.
yeah, the Vibrator is not one. That's just something they added in the movie.
Oh, that was probably just John Leguizamo just fucking around.
And that was hilarious. It didn't. That's where it's a little conflicting because it's like I enjoy the comedy. They had a lot of good comedy in it, but also it's like, not so much of what they originally were aiming for.
Yeah,
As far as Todd McFarlane.
there should have been moments to let the drama and like let the audience feel something for this character and watching them feel what they were feeling and stuff instead, and then they could just cut it in with a joke all of a sudden with usually the violator and stuff.
It feels like it was really short too. Like
the movie
everything,
overall.
Yeah, yeah. It just seems like it like was moving really, really fast. It was like, bam, up, douche. Okay, he died. Blam. 5 years later, douche. Okay.
Oh, the pacing is such an issue.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
damn. He was
that's
like,
where
on their ass tonight when it got strapped up. They like, hey, yo, somebody broke in, douche. He already here. I'm like, God damn. He wasted no time to go find them.
Okay, and like, okay, a big grievance that I think would have helped the movie more in terms of just like the beginning and everything is maybe start with your opening credits and whatever. Don't have that little bit of exposition with the cool, oh, look at the special effects, look how much money this movie cost, and it doesn't really hold up today. And it just basically
They was burning money right there, bro.
Yeah, but they were also
right there.
Yeah, but they were also going through exposition unnecessarily because the movie itself will explain itself if you let it. But so like to say to the audience and then have the characters, like, it's not trusting the audience to have intelligence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
yeah, they definitely showed. Yeah,
The
yeah.
Coleospro was just monologuing for like 15 minutes.
right.
Let me tell you what happened, bro. Heaven and hell been fighting for a long time. See, this one guy gonna come? I'm like, damn, you gonna explain everything, huh?
So yeah, that dude's character is basically like, oh, I'm gonna help. Oh, I'm not gonna really help. Oh, I'm gonna help. Oh, I'm not gonna really help. Like throughout the entire movie, at the end.
And I'm useful, but I'm not useful at fucking all. Like,
Right. Like,
thanks for pulling out your shitty ass sword and getting thrown to another plane of existence in hell. Like, he did nothing, bro.
like I was watching it again, and I was just like, okay, dude, like, what are you doing? You're talking about how Spawn like should take up his destiny or whatever bullshit. It's just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, aren't you supposed to be an agent of fucking?
Right, you right. You were an assassin like me. That's what you said you were at the beginning of the movie. Like, they made it seem like he could body Spawn at any time.
I think that's what they were trying to do. I don't know if they conveyed that because all they did is like when it was supposed to be intimidating, they do that like Last Dragon glow that it just looks goofy.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, dude,
puts his sword away, shakes his hand like, yeah, green glow.
Yeah, like Spawn glows.
And I think that there was some problems with it because that was also Nicole Williamson's final acting role, and his character in the comic book was supposed to have a real nice beard, and he told them he refused to do it. So I think there may have been some other issues where that character had fell short because of what was actually going on,
Well, like,
so he was fudging it up.
I mean,
yeah, like he didn't want to grow the beard he was supposed to, and I guess I don't know if he called it quits before or during that film he decided he was going to be done, or maybe after that film killed his career.
I don't know. Maybe he didn't like. I bet if the team knew that he was just phoning in his performance and everything, and like just being kind of a brat and stuff, like making him go through like the CGI section, quote unquote CGI section. Just like, all right, dude, you got to make these faces and look ready and stuff like that. Like, we're doing the whole 9 yards.
So I feel like there may have been some other issues.
Okay.
Just with actor, and all the behind the scenes stuff. Why it didn't work out the way he should have as that character.
I just found something out looking at some wiki about the lore about Spawn and the Violator. Though all of those names he said, the Vindicator, the Vandalizer, the Vacillator, the Vacillator. Am I saying that right?
Mhm.
Yeah. The Vacillator and the Vaporizer. Those are all his brothers.
Yeah, those are all brothers. They're all what some kind of a demon in
Yeah.
hell. I can't remember their exact rank.
Yeah,
But yeah, they're all brothers.
they're all, high-ranking demons that serve Malbolgia.
And that's where the Violator, you know, was kind of, whatever. And then he even says it in the film too. Like,
Yeah.
it should have been me. It should have been me you picked.
He's the oldest and the strongest out of all of his brothers.
Because he
Yeah,
throws that
okay.
whole big fit about why is this guy leading your army? It should be me.
Yeah,
He said he has the tenure. Yeah, I've been working, motherfucker.
so all right. I want to talk about Martin Sheen's dumbass villain plan. Because, all right, can you guys try to make some logic out of this? So
I have no idea.
what does this man want to just like rule the world? Like, okay, so like you just want the CIA? Is it just him or is it the CIA? Like, and you're okay. So his plan is to like release a virus, and then he'll have the only vaccine, and everyone will like. Okay, so like if you start spreading disease, like you're gonna essentially kill people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what what is it? Heat 16, Heat 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking his plan was he wanted to, infect the entire world to get everybody sick and have them pay for the vaccine to make profit off of it. And I'm like, but you have something attached to your body that if you die, it will go off. I'm like, well, first of all, what is the point of having that? Like
that wasn't originally part of his plan of having that. That got put in after Clown Violator had suggested that, and he was like, "Oh, that's a good idea," because he was worked up because Spawn just went in there and tried to murder him. So that wasn't originally part of his plan.
Right,
and he was just doing that meeting.
Why he would accept some shit like that? Like he like, yeah, I'm just going.
So
I mean, he was.
That's like the ultimate
and
bitch move.
Actually, was
true. He was
pretty
scared,
solid idea. Hey, you kill me, the whole world's dead. Who's gonna kill a dude that if they die, the whole world's dead? Nobody.
Do you think that Jason knew that the Violator was a demon? Do you think he knew that? Or do you think he knew he worked for the devil?
He had.
Okay.
Because he was just so convinced. He was so convinced that he was going to kill Violator after he had taken over the world and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And that's where he had that meeting, that big party. So that's where his plan was to get pretty much everyone was going to just sign on with him. And then I think later down the road, if, okay, these countries, these leaders aren't siding with me, then these people can have the vaccine. The ones that are, I'm extorting. And then whoever doesn't pay me, whoever doesn't side with me, boom, no vaccine.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid, man.
And like, yeah, it's almost like when the Violator talks to him, he's just like, "Yeah, that's a great idea." Like, what?
You know what? That sounds excellent. I'm like, bro, you don't see you being manipulated? Like, if you know that this guy is a demon and he's from hell? Like,
I don't think he knows he's a demon. I don't know if he's aware that, like...
I don't think so either.
So, like...
I don't think so either.
This guy is just... He's supposed to be, what, like, the head of the CIA or whatever, and, like... Okay, so you're not gonna vet this person who's just, like, can magically make things happen for you, and he's just, like, a little fucking fat, weird clown guy? Like, okay.
And that's where I believe that he does know he's a demon. Because...
He definitely don't look human.
So, okay, so...
And in being in that position, and then here's this weird looking dude, and then he does mention the boss and stuff like that, and he just appears out of nowhere. I feel like he had to.
Okay, then if that's the case, then he's a fucking moron. Like absolute moron because like okay, so like so say you make a deal with the devil or whatever knowing that, it's whatever. And like it's over a virus that could potentially kill like the entire human populace or a significant amount and stuff like that. And even if you're evil and whatever and like are willing to do that, are you really gonna trust? And then you have the heart surgery where if you die, like, oh, the virus gets released. Do you think the demons like want you to live?
Right.
So
it don't make no sense because it's like either way, if you think about it, it's stupid because it's like, okay, you didn't know that he was a demon, but you still like wanted yourself to die. Like, I mean, you want yourself to have like a failsafe just in case you died, but you wanted to kill this guy, but you didn't realize what he was doing was magical. Like you remember, like you said, sus, with him just having stuff happen magically. Like, how did you not realize something wasn't up? You're the head of the CIA.
Right. Like you're just not gonna question it. You're just gonna like, all right, whatever.
Well, he thought he had the deal, that he was in good with them. Everything was working out to his favor. Okay, they're looking out for me. They're promising him this and that. Oh, the world's yours afterwards. Not, realizing, oh, there wouldn't be no world afterwards. He got duped and just blinded by greed and power, thinking, okay, I got these guys, I got the devil on my side. He's making these things happen for me,
Yeah, because I
and
feel like
thinking
he
that he was
said,
in good with them.
yeah, I feel like he said a couple times throughout the movie that he made like acknowledgement that he knew he was the devil, like, or worked for the devil.
Well, then he's fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
right.
god.
He was retarded.
The plan, the motivation, the lack of questioning any of it, and like I said, it's almost like he
Well, I mean, the motivation is its oldest
does.
time for any kind of villain.
Oh, but
I
that's
want to rule the world. I mean, it's better than, some villains. I just want to destroy the earth, knowing that that's where they live.
No, it's just weird because it's like, if your plan is to take over the world, you're using demonic like entities to do that, and that demonic entity convinces you to do something like that. Like, but you know that their end goal is to get a whole bunch of souls from Earth to fight. I don't know. It's just weird.
That's where he got left out, and I think that's where he had made his mistakes. That didn't know they left out that part to him about the whole Hell's Army and Armageddon, all this and that, and he was just blinded by the greed. And, oh, I get to rule Earth, and I just gotta do whatever these people say, type deal. Oh, okay, I sacrifice 2 million people to him. That's all they want.
I don't know. I think it plays into this movie just being silly. So, Martin Sheen's character is just like the silly James Bond kind of villain of just like, oh, I'm just gonna be evil.
Yeah, he's just a silly scapegoat because they like, yeah, look at this dumb guy. Watch us manipulate him into doing something as stupid as to letting us put this thing in his heart.
Oh yeah, they definitely played him.
And
Definitely played him.
they definitely got their money's worth with the bacon mask, which I remember watching it as a kid, and I was like, I it's cool with the bacon face, but I'd rather see him in like the actual like Spawn mask. But that's just my personal thing. I don't know how you guys feel.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean,
Spawn Mask is one of the best parts of the movie to me. Shoot.
I mean, the obviously they had to show it, and it's easier to show emotion when he is bacon form. So there's that, and I don't know. I mean, obviously the whole face mask get up from the armor is iconic and amazing, but it still helps with the showing the emotion in certain scenes.
Okay, so question at the end, um, Spawn has laser vision.
Oh yeah, when he's down there, and then all of a sudden he just
Yeah, he takes
murders
the heart.
other Hellspawn.
No, yeah, I mean, but he uses it. I'm talking about towards the end.
Oh, okay.
And
That one.
he takes the heart detonator out. Like, what? You could just do that with your laser vision?
He was just like, I'm just gonna decide to have whatever powers I want now.
It was like that Superman 3, the one with Richard Pryor. Like, it's just like, okay, you just got whatever power now, bud. Like, you're Superman. You do you.
Oh yeah, he was basically what is that? Silver Age Superman. I could do whatever my writer lets me do. I can do anything.
Right. Like, so it's one of the moments that I honestly like had a little burst of laughter because I was just like, oh, you could just do that. Like, oh, you just take out like X-ray and phase through people with your laser vision. Like, I didn't.
And take out this intricate piece of technology.
They didn't clearly told this man that after you use up all your powers, you die. He's like, all right, check this out.
Like, and he just went full out with his powers after that.
Okay,
I mean, he
did he know he could do that?
Went ahead and armored the motorcycle, and then when Violator's driving that truck, he makes that spike ramp type deal. Like, you just got told, don't use up your powers, and here you are now, just going ham.
I mean, I like Spawn's
He had to have
powers,
lost a lot of his powers when he got shot with the damn shotgun grenade launcher thing he was using too. I don't know what the fuck that thing was. And like, what the hell is that?
In that scene too, when he ends up going through the fence on the motorcycle, and the fence swings back and hits him, that was not supposed to happen. the stunt guy
That's fucking funny.
For it, he didn't get seriously injured, but yeah, that was not supposed to happen. And he did receive minor injuries.
I mean, but that's the price of being a stuntman.
Yeah. I thought that was an interesting thing. I was like, oh wow, I just thought that's cool. Like, oh, look at this fence just bounce right back off of him. Like, oh yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay, so the hell scenes, would you label them PS1 or PS2 graphics?
Early PS1, if not borderline Sega.
Definitely PS1.
It's
like early PS1. Like Siphon Filter PS1.
Tomb Raider. Speaking of which, I had seen a cosplayer earlier. They did a Lara Croft cosplay, and they did the pointy breast.
Oh, the triangular titties. Oh, that's great. Yeah. That brings back memories.
Yeah.
Also, being stuck on like a brown wall. That is greatest things of Tomb Raider PS1. I think honestly that's the first game I ever really remember playing. From that to Tekken to Castlevania, all on the PS1. Good times, great times.
Super Mario, Duck Hunt. Those were my first ones. Besides, maybe Sonic on PC.
I have to say the first game I ever played was Doom.
Oh yeah, Money. We talked about that. Old school Doom. I love that game.
Yeah, my pops let me play it when I was a shorty. Scared as hell of that shit.
It's the most Christian
actually,
game in the world.
Actually, just earlier with
Killing
my
demons.
brother, we actually
Right.
got down on some Black Ops zombies.
Oh man, that shit's fun.
Yeah,
On the old
definitely was.
Kino der Toten.
Yep, that's the one we had played. We got down on that for a bit. Totally forgot about. I remembered how to activate the song, and then yeah, he went down, and then we had an insta kill. Then I just held the joystick, shot everywhere, but I totally forgot about the whatever those things were, the Nova gas creatures, the little crawler monsters.
Yeah, the stank things.
Uh,
Yeah, so
question: Have you any of you gentlemen ever played the game The Darkness?
Yes, sir. I played 1 and 2.
Yeah. What about you, Smith?
I played it on the Xbox 360.
Same.
is that possibly the only thing it came out on?
I think so.
Yeah, and
It
then
might have came out on the PlayStation 3.
I think it was on the PlayStation 3, and I think on the PS3 and the PS4, Darkness 2 was out, I think, if I remember correctly. But I was gonna say, imagine a Spawn game, but like first person, kind of changing things up. But it's like the Darkness, where you got your guns and everything, but you also got your four corner of things. Like
Yeah.
I think that might be cool, and maybe add that into an open world and stuff. I think
That would be cool, man. The Darkness was the first one, especially, was a very interesting game.
I love that game, even though some
Very
of
interesting storyline.
yeah.
Very sad storyline.
Oh, the World War One nightmare scene or
that shit is
sequence.
terrifying.
Oh, I enjoyed the shit out of it. I just like the World War One like games and stuff like that. Movies even.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I just was like scared just because I was like, damn, he's really like in like the afterlife type of like limbo-ish, no man's land.
Right. This will be where he's at when the darkness leaves him eventually.
Yeah.
So speaking along the lines of the Limbo, Legacy of King, Soul Reaver. Either of you guys played that?
Oh yeah. PS1 and 2.
That
can't say I have.
very solid game. Not very good on the graphics, but the fact that you can move between the material realm and the spectral realm, which changes the whole landscape of the area, and they don't give you much to go off of. So if you're busy and you pick back up the game, and it's like, and it's an open world, so it's like, okay, where am I at? What am I doing?
Yeah, it's not an easy game.
That's you have to be dedicated and keep on it to progress.
They don't tell you where to go.
Like Morrowind.
Come back consistently. Oh my god. I don't think it's as bad as Morrowind.
I love Morrowind.
Oh my goodness.
It is a game I could just go do some stuff. But like just
every time
you got to reach godhood, and once you reach godhood with alchemy, like it's over with. You can max out any stat to like the thousands and just be basically a god. Like it's just getting to that point is a pain in the ass, and you gotta get used to reading.
I started with Oblivion. So
Same.
It's like whenever I go back to Morrowind, I have issues because I don't know what's going on. Like that first town that you start in, the only thing I can ever find is seeing the guy fall out of the sky with the spell that made him go up too high. That's all I remember.
Game is great and underrated.
Yeah, I love Elder Scrolls. Period. Like it's like fantastic.
Would you guys like to see like a reanimated Spawn series? Bring back Keith David.
Man, dude, like, I would be there for that.
Like the cool thing,
like upgraded graphics and
right.
shit.
the cool thing about the
Yeah.
Spawn show is that like the other '90s, comic book shows, Spider-Man, X-Men, Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, like Spawn looked like all of them, but like got hardcore as fuck.
Yeah, violent.
Yeah,
Like
That,
it's
yeah. When I was watching that shit, I was like, damn, he just killed the shit out of that dude.
it's like Hanna-Barbera with metal and shit. I love it.
Yeah. That talk.
that's hard to say because they did a really really good job with that one. The only thing maybe I guess do for scene, but just reanimate it just with a bigger budget animation, like how some of the Justice Leagues are like a Flashpoint budget of animation.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like a Warner Brothers animation.
Yeah, like how
Yeah,
they did
that's something they have on.
Flashpoint
That's
or
something
like
they have
Justice
on
League
Marvel.
War.
That's one thing DC has on Marvel is they got better animated movies
Oh, dude, they blow them
and
out
just
the
animated
water. Now
content.
they're down. They do still have some solid ones. Like Planet Hulk was really good.
Man, I don't know what the heck these people's issue is with them picking up these games, like y'all said. Because I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I'm like, if somebody put the time and effort into making an open world Spawn game, like how the Miles Morales Spider-Man or the other, the original Spider-Man
Right.
came out on the PS4 and 5, like people would instantly buy that. That would be like as good as a new God of War. You know what I mean? Like something like that, like heavy hitting.
Ooh, that's a good one. Can Spawn beat Kratos?
Yeah, I think he could take care of Kratos. I don't think
Oh
Kratos. Yeah, I don't think Kratos got nothing that could really hurt Spawn.
It's a good point. I don't
Well,
know.
you know what? Actually, I think I'm not sure. I think you guys follow what's it called? Death Battle, I believe it is.
Death Battle?
Yeah, yeah, I watched Death Battle.
Oh, is
I
that
think they did have a death battle, didn't they?
And they did do a Spawn versus Kratos.
get the fuck out of here?
Can't
Okay.
remember how it ends though. And yes, that's what they did. Yeah, Spawn was the winner. Yeah.
Oh damn. Yeah, I just feel like I don't think Kratos really has any like Christian oriented weapons. Like, isn't that the only thing that hurts Spawn?
Well,
Is,
okay,
like,
but basically, and especially with the new God of War series, like he's killing other gods, so that means that he can
Exactly.
essentially be on par, if not like maybe fuck up Spawn. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but Christian lore is really specific compared to like other shit. But I get what you're saying. I just feel like he don't have the gumption to really do it to Spawn. Maybe the other people. I don't know.
Well, okay,
I just feel like Spawn.
yeah. I don't know, man. I
I can't remember exactly. So I remember I had watched that one because obviously huge fan of Spawn and you know never really played the games, but still like Kratos the whole idea. Watch people play the games. But yeah, I can't remember. And it was like a technicality of that time. Kratos had more god killing weapons, and this was also this video came out. What was it?
I think it
2011. 2011. So we're talking 12 years ago.
oh yeah, so they're going
So-
off the just him killing the Greek pantheon. Like, yeah, he could probably fuck up Spawn. So then you add on to the fact that like he's killing other gods from other religions. That basically solidifies that like Spawn isn't really exempt from being a part of a different being part of the.
No, well, that's not
Well,
the
but
argument.
they had-
That's not the
They
argument
had
that I'm
Spawn
making.
win. Spawn
Yeah.
won that fight.
No, that's even with that being said, like Nordic mythology is nowhere near as crazy as Greek mythology when it comes to like the powers of their top gods. So him going from Greek mythology to Nordic mythology and fucking them up doesn't really like change much in terms of like
Yeah.
the difference between, you know, who they worship or anything like that. So he's not really making too much of a religious jump
I'm just
in that
saying
term.
no, but I'm oh yeah, I mean there are some similarities, a lot of similarities between Greek and Nordic, but there's similarities with every religion when you break them down. But no, my argument is that because okay, it's in that universe there's the Greek pantheon, so in that universe, okay, but when you broaden that to another religion, another set of gods, and they're in the same universe as the Greek, there's no stopping other religions from being a part of it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I just
And
And
I'm
it
not
like
saying that wouldn't
my
be
fight money had brought up, Christian religion is very specific and stuff. And at that point, I don't know exactly where Spawn was in his story, but Kratos, all his weaponry doesn't involve anything with hell. He's a hell spawn, so you can't touch him. Okay, you can kill gods, but you can't touch anything that's involving hell because that doesn't exist in your universe.
okay, but the fact that they brought in
well,
the Norse means that they
Kratos
could.
killed Hades though. So I mean,
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
that's kind of
Yeah, but that's just the underworld. That's not technically like hell,
Okay, but all
you
right,
know.
all right. So like, there's a hell in Norse mythology, um, and okay, so if they bring in Norse mythology, let's say in another god of war, they bring in Christian religion. Let's just hypothetically, like, how is that one any different? It's hell different from Norse hell or Greek underworld.
well, even if they were to introduce Christianity into Kratos' storyline to like have a potential meetup and fight between him and Spawn, I'm not saying that Kratos can't hurt Spawn because he doesn't have any Christian oriented weapons. My argument is just that Spawn is stronger than Kratos. Like, if you look at them at both of their peaks, even now with what has Kratos has done in the latest God of War, um, Spawn killed God and the devil and like became God essentially. If you look at like the end game to his abilities, he kind of outranks Kratos by a decent amount, I would think, because you know
Okay, so
Kratos.
here is a lot of the reason. A lot of Kratos's arsenal of his weaponry was forged by Olympians on Olympus, composed by earthly elements, which is not another plane of existence. But Spawn, his is from another plane of existence. And Spawn in a suit had plenty of evil energy to feed on during the fight, since Kratos is literally covered in his past tense.
That's a fair argument. I wasn't trying to like say Kratos would win, but I would say the advantage
It
is
was
that he
still a hell of
killed.
a fight. I would suggest watching that video.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to, especially now, like Spawn versus Kratos, like. But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to add about Spawn before we wrap this up? Maybe my fight
Uh,
money first.
uh, I can't think of nothing. I just loved it as a kid. I'll go back and watch it whenever. Like it's just one of those movies that I always look at and laugh at now. You know.
Yeah, the CGI, the goofy dialogue, the illogical.
Sausage face.
You look like a Denny's Grand Slam just like got stamped onto your face.
That sounds so good right now too. Uh,
Well, what about you, Mr. Smith?
Um, I got a few interesting facts to add here. So Terry Fitzgerald, his best friend, co-worker, that
Mm-hmm.
eventually ends up marrying his wife Wanda, is also African American in the comics, but they whitewashed him in the film because they, as they said, believed this would give the false impression that the film's target audience was the African American. They were afraid that white people weren't going to watch the movie if it was too many lead black roles,
But there's
which was surprising for the year of '97. It was before woke culture.
Man, that's crazy. I did not know that.
And other people that were considered for Al Simmons: Wesley Snipes, Cuba Gooding Jr.,
I don't know about that
Snoop
one.
Dogg,
Snoop Dogg
no,
is Spawn.
Snoop Dogg,
Spawn Dog.
Tony Todd, Alan Payne, Denzel Washington, Samuel L. Jackson, Ving Rhames, Tupac Shakur,
Ving Rhames.
LL Cool J, and Will Smith. Those were the people they were originally looking at to play Al Simmons / Spawn.
I can see Ving Rhames being Al Simmons.
Could you imagine a Snoop Dogg? Al
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would pay to see that.
I could actually almost see a Tupac Shakur. I feel like he may have been able to almost pull it off.
I was gonna say I could see LL Cool J. I might be biased because I love Deep Blue Sea. It's so dumb, but I love it.
Oh my god.
And Samuel Jackson's in it too. Like,
hey, you check it out though. LL Cool J holds the record for the most times living in a movie for a black man, bro. He does.
wait, like that's for real?
That's for real.
Get
Yes,
the fuck
he
outta
lived
here.
in the movie you just said. He was in Halloween H2O and he lived.
Was he?
And he was in another movie and he lived. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, he holds the title for most movies lived in as a black man.
Like that's for horror, like specifically.
For
Right?
horror
yeah.
specifically, yes. Yep.
Is there?
And also, I don't know about as of recently, but the last they had said, as of 2018, it had held. This was the only feature by Mark A.Z. Dippe that was that got a theatrical release. Everything else was television or straight to video.
Oh damn. Okay.
So I don't know if this was kind of the one that they're like, you kind of messed up the story, or they gave him a chance, and I'm not sure the whole story, what
He was
had happened or why that came to be.
he was
Maybe
probably
he has
cheap.
released something after 2018. I'm not sure. I don't really recognize him that much as a big director.
I mean, yeah, they definitely like you could tell there was like passion put into this, more or less. Like at least,
And I think a lot of that came from, when Todd McFarlane said, "Here, you guys can buy the rights for $1. Just give you creativity and the merchandising."
I think that's to
And then
the movie's benefit.
as it went down the road, the director got a little bit more creative influence. Because Todd McFarlane, he's great with it. Spawn series, he came all that.
Yeah, he's the guy.
I mean, he
made.
brought Batman with Spawn.
I mean, yeah,
Really?
essentially.
That's amazing to have those two in a book together.
I could see that happening.
Oh no, he
Even if,
did.
yeah, I know,
There is a
I
yeah
believe you
crossover.
because in Mortal Kombat 11, when you pick Spawn, and you go up against somebody, he mentions Batman. He's like, yeah, I know another Dark Knight like you, and I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, they know each other.
Yeah, I can't remember what year that comic crossover came out of. I'd like to get my hands on it. Artwork, I mean, beautiful, and then just
So
my
yeah,
favorite
it's
anti-hero and my favorite superhero.
well, you said Spawn's your favorite anti-hero.
Oh yeah, you as far as I go, you can't beat Spawn in the anti-hero
I mean,
range
I
for
would
me
say
personally. I mean, I just loved Spawn ever since I was a kid.
for me, I don't think anything beats Punisher, but that's just my opinion. I do like Spawn, but I think I like Punisher
I
more.
never got into Punisher, but then again, I only have my select few that I like from Marvel.
If you,
Doctor Doom,
yeah,
Spider-Man.
right. If you do look up any Punisher comic where Garth Ennis is the writer,
Okay.
he's pretty good. You ever heard of the Preacher series?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Garth Ennis preached my shit. Yeah, he did that. He did some Wolverines. He's really good. He's very talented. I heard he's a bit of a prick, but who cares?
Or I guess I might have to retract that statement now that I think about it. One of my favorite. Well, I guess he is a hero, but at the same time, I don't know. He is borderline anti-hero. Swamp Thing.
Um, I don't know if he would be
Because
the
from a
and
human perspective, he almost is anti-hero because all he cares about is the earth, not necessarily people. So he'll murder people. He's like, God.
dude, his comic books are weird. I mean, I like them, but they're fucking weird. I remember the
I
one where at the he wound up in fucking Gotham, and Batman's like, "What the fuck are you?" I remember that.
I have gosh, and they're decent books. I got the Alan Moore series
Yeah,
when he was writing them,
I'm pretty sure
and
that's the one. The series I read, the Alan
those
Moore
are
ones.
amazing.
Alan Moore, he's a wizard. So, did you guys know that? He's officially a wizard.
No, I did not know that. Y'all, I'm learning all types of new shit.
Oh yeah, but honestly enough, I have never read a Todd McFarlane comic. I feel a little ashamed. It's something maybe I'll pick back up.
You want to hear something funny? I'm actually searching for like where I can purchase some online right now
That's
because
awesome.
I have not either. I haven't
I
not
actually
read any.
got a couple right now because it was historic. It's they actually started a new line of Spawn, like I said, maybe about a year ago or so, whatever it was. And I remember seeing about it. I bought two, or no, I bought like three different versions for the different, or no, probably like four, because I bought two of the main copy and then the different variants because it was the first. Because Spawn, ever since it started, it's basically just been a continuous series ever since. And then about I can't remember, a year or so ago, whatever it was, brand new storyline or a step off of it. So I got a few of those, which I haven't even opened up yet. None of them. But I know I got at least one extra copy just because, hey, I want to read this. And then a couple
Yeah,
other ones just to save because I was like, this is kind of like I can get, what did it say? What was like 30 years or something like that. Now they have like a new series coming off from it. I was like, wow, yeah, I got to get in on this.
No,
Get
absolutely.
that 101.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Um, But I think that's gonna do it. But yeah, tune in next time. We'll be talking about a different movie. Hope you enjoyed. Say bye bye.
Oh, wait. One.
Oh, oh yeah.
So one more fun fact before we leave.
Hit me with it.
Digital effects artist. How you get this nickname? I'm actually curious. I would actually like to see a couple minute video on it. One of the digital effects artists, Mitch Rudes, something. You can't exactly see it that well or pronounce it, but Mitch Baron von Splooge. You. How, how do you end up with the nickname Baron von Splooge?
I bet he jerked off in the office. I bet you any money. And then like they gave it to his name and they're like, yeah, we're gonna put it in the credits, buddy. There you go. He probably didn't. He probably didn't know that until like it's opening night. You know, they'd probably all stay. You know, just try to see their names or like whatever. And he's like, "Wait, you called me Baron von Split?"
Oh, I might have to look into that one actually, like on some free time to see how that came about. I probably don't want to know the story, but I'm curious.
I want to know the man that is called Baron von Splooge. I want to know what what traumas did he go through his life? What hardships? What led him to the point of being a baron of wealth and money of the ejaculation? I'd love to know that. That's a title of kings right there. Absolutely.
That was
kings.
that was one of those moments I was like, I'm so glad I watched through the credits. That's just gold you don't find
Do you think
without a little digging.
Do you think they still do that kind of stuff, like at just any kind of movie, like just say like a Mission Impossible movie or Fast and Furious, like because who the hell watch the credits for those, and they just have a little nickname on one of them. It's just kind of like it's like Dave's gay or something like that.
I would imagine they do because they know the general populace isn't watching it. And most movies, I just skip through to see if there's a end credit scene. Don't actually watch the credits. I just skip through it and is there an end credit scene or not? Oh, okay, that's done. But now I have a new appreciation, and I think I will have to start watching credit scenes from now on.
Baron von Splooge.
I was
What a
I
legend.
was dying. I like no way. Paused it, took a picture, in between laughing.
And like, what if he
Like,
became like the master of his craft and like rose to the top of being like the best visual artist or whatever, maybe even started his own company, and like he kept the name Baron von Splooge, and in every project he would put that in the credit sequence. Because like that's something like even probably
ends up
that
starting his company, Splooge Productions.
No, I'm honestly thinking money. I'm also honestly thinking of Bison from from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
But it's just Baron von Splooge.
Oh yeah, with the hat and the cape, like no pants on.
But to me, it was just Tuesday.
Oh.
But all right, guys, thank you for watching, and thank you guys for coming on and talking about Spawn with me.
Anytime.
Thank you for having me, man.
Yeah. Everyone, check out Myfightmoney on the old tube, and we will see you next time. Say bye bye.